Ready.
Alright, what is your name and what country are you from?
My name is Brighton Kawamba. I come from Malawi. Malawi is in the southern part of Africa, near South Africa on the south, Mozambique on the east, Zambia on the west side.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you come to America and how old were you?
I came to America in 2008, and that was March 4th.
So not too long ago?
No, not too long ago. 5 years have passed by.
Okay.
You asked how old I am?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Very old.
Old enough?
I'm now 62 years old. Yeah, born 1950. Yeah.
Okay. Why did you originally leave your home country in Malawi?
Well, whether you call it historical accidents, whatever, I don't know. But in my previous job, I came to know Pastor Chris Kramer, who is pastor of Ocean Grove Community Church. And in course of our friendship, we developed such closeness that when it was time for me to retire and leave World Vision, he asked me if I could come to America and serve as an associate pastor on his staff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So is that the reason why you picked America over a different country, because Pastor Chris was from here?
Well, yes, of course. My previous job gave me, I had an opportunity of having friends all over, friends in the UK,
Oh, wow.
in Australia, where I went, stayed for at least 2 weeks. I traveled there, and but then it's like the connection I had with Pastor Chris from America was stronger than any of these friendships, and so that's why I happened to be here.
Good. I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
What were some of the things you expected to see when you came to America?
Well, out there you hear America is the superpower of the world, and so when I came here, obviously I expected everything to be big, and great, which it is anyway. It is the richest nation on planet Earth. Its people are great, and in my experience I've seen that America does a lot in terms of aiding countries that are poor, and working with World Vision International, we worked closely with United States, International Aid, USAID, and so through that and through many other programs like Peace Corps, America has kind of done a great deal out there, particularly in my country, Malawi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Did you plan on staying here for very long, like once you came here, or were you planning on going back, or going to a different country, or what?
When I came here, when you're a clergyman, in Christianity we talk about walking by faith, and so I came here and I considered it as God's assignment. How long and how short, it's like I left it in the hands of the Lord. And you asked me how long I plan to stay here. Well, we've already stayed here for 5 years. Lord willing, I will stay another 5 years. I have not yet decided on whether to be a citizen of this country, or
just stay with
or just stay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't yet. That decision has not been made yet. Yeah.
When you came to America, were you discriminated against by any people or any others?
I cannot say that I have been discriminated in any way. Of course, in any country you find people those who are friendly to you, and those who, for some reason, may not be friendly to you. It's expected, and you don't expect people to,
Yeah.
love you, hug you, and, and so, well, in a nutshell, I can't say anybody has discriminated against me
That's
in any way.
good.
Haven't seen that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And where you grew up in Malawi, did you experience any racism or discrimination, like from your home country, from others that traveled there? Or anything?
Malawi was colonized by the British,
Okay.
and it's almost a common experience in the countries that were colonized that there was some what we call white supremacist kind of ideas, and when I grew up, I didn't even see much of it. My parents saw much of that kind of thing, so I can't really say that I had first-hand experience of
Okay.
discrimination.
But did you like hear about it or?
But I heard about it, and my father would tell me that he would go into, a shopping mall to buy. There was a special place where natives or black Africans would buy. They would buy whatever they wanted on the window, and the rest, what's the rest, went into the shop and buy whatever they wanted. And my father and others would buy things from a window.
Okay. What are some of the things, like some traditions that you had in your old country that are different from the traditions here in America?
I've sensed that traditionally, Malawians are community-minded, so to speak.
Okay.
So everything is community driven. I think it derives from perhaps what has been commonly known and recognized as I am because we are. People have an identity in the commune identity,
Right.
and so they find their identity through community, so to speak. And there's a saying that says, I don't know whether that would be kind of clean in English, but it says, if you're all by yourself, it's like you are vulnerable. If you're in community, you are okay.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you
so-
relied on others a lot for growing up.
Yes,
and-
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so whether it is, festives like weddings, funerals, whatever, everything's community driven. You don't do things by yourself.
Right.
And rites of passage for young people, it's all a community driven kind of thing.
Okay.
Something you don't find in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you miss most about Malawi?
Oh, friends I grew up with.
Yeah, friends and
They're
family.
halfway around the world.
Yeah.
I still miss familiar places, scenic places where.
Do you have a lot of family still there?
Yes, a lot of families still live there. My cousins, most of them are there. My relations and my high school friends.
Yeah.
I miss all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're now a citizen of America.
I'm not a citizen of America. I intend to be permanent resident,
Okay.
but I'm not yet a citizen. Yeah.
But you plan on hopefully one day, if God tells you to.
Well,
Your
Amanda, well, if God says, I know it's a subjective experience, but I still hear from God. I think so. I expect to. I would not doubt if God wanted me to stay here as a citizen, then I would be one of the newest citizens of the United States.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what is your favorite American food?
I don't know whether it's American, but pizza. I like pizza.
Yeah. Pizza's good. That's one of my
Pizza's
favorites.
good. Yeah.
What is the most unique food that you've eaten, like from your home country? That's like a traditional food that you normally don't eat here.
Nsima. Now nsima is prepared from corn. Nsima. Nsima.
Okay.
It's prepared. It's like porridge, only that it's harder porridge, so to speak. It's not soft, but a little harder. It is prepared purely from corn flour, and it is served with pumpkin leaves. And it's delicious.
Do you normally eat it on like a special occasion, or is it just like a meal that you used to have?
Yeah, sima is a staple food. It's like bread here, or
So it's a common thing.
it's a common thing. Yeah, but on a special occasion, they will still serve in sima. Only that they will serve it with the because the sima goes with the other chicken or goat meat. It goes along with other. It is served along with other.
Okay.
Delicacies. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where did you go to college?
2 colleges actually. I went to Nigeria, in the city of Lagos. This is where I initially went to do my initial studies in theology. This is at the International Bible Training Center, right in Lagos. Then after that, I went back and enrolled at University of Malawi, where I did my bachelor's degree.
Okay.
And I'm still a candidate at that college because my thesis is still there for my master's degree.
Nice. Did you live with your parents for very long?
Sorry?
Did you live with your parents for very long?
Yes, I lived with my parents, I think, up to age 22.
22 you moved?
Yes. Of course, I was going to high school,
Right.
which was like a distance of I was boarding there, so 70 miles away from home.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you stay at that high school?
Yeah, I stayed at high school, but then I would go back, parents, and on times when there was a vacation, holidays,
Okay. What was the transportation like in Malawi?
When I grew up, we used bicycles for transport. That was the most common transportation.
Did you ever?
But for longer distances, so when I was going to high school, 70 miles, I would take a bus, a public transport, that is, to get to high school and back. But for distances between 20 30 miles, we used push bicycles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you drive in Malawi?
Yes, but I started driving at a late because cars are not quite as common, as common as they are in America.
Yeah.
America families will have 2 3 cars.
Yeah.
In Malawi, you may have 2 cars, for 20 people.
Oh wow.
Or so and so.
So you learned to share.
Yeah. Sharing, that's the only way. Community.
Yeah.
But so I started driving when I was already in my 30s.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a lot different driving there than driving here in America?
Yes. When I came here, it was like going into another planet. Because we drive on the left.
Oh wow.
And
So
I
it's a
came
lot
here,
different.
they were driving on the right side of the road. And right from the airport, I was kind of scary. It was
Did
kind
you
of,
drive from the airport, or did Pastor Chris?
No, Pastor Chris drove from the airport. It's like I was saying, he's driving on the wrong side of the road. But then they told me, no, that's the right side.
Yeah. How did you meet Annie, your wife?
Wow, huge question. I initially got to know my wife through her sister, whom I knew. Her elder sister was in the same Bible study I was going to, and through her, she told me about Annie. Then later, I kind of got to meet Annie, who came to stay with her in the city.
Okay.
This was in Blantyre. Yeah, so after that, we kind of got to know each other for close to 2 years. And before I proposed her to be my wife.
Yeah. Was she like when you first came to America? Was it her plan to come to with you?
Yes, because we were already married then.
Oh, okay.
And we were already married, and so I told her about my friend Chris Kramer, wants me to be, work with him at his church, in
Right.
Michigan, America. And so I said, oh, then, so from that point, he said, oh, okay, if you're going, then I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then one last question. If
Yeah.
you, knowing what you know now about
Uh-huh.
America and about everything and people here and whatnot, would you make the same decisions that you did to come here?
I think I have no regrets for coming to America.
Okay.
I think if I were to make a decision again, I would still come to America.
Okay.
It's the right place. I think providentially it was where God wanted me to be.
Mhm.
And I've made lots of friends in my time of stay here in America, and people whom I love, trust, and believe in, so to
Yeah.
speak. Yeah. So my coming to America is what I call a providential miracle, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, Amanda, thank you so much for your questions.
No problem.
Thank you for the